going to wait for a couple of minutes because I'm just filming on here because I haven't deleted any of my other stuff and it will just not record, and I've just sat on this because Finn's left it here. It is actually Tyler's. I don't know if anyone knows what it is. It's Tyler's, my eldest son's, but I gave it to Finn the other day, and it's a Doctor Who sonic screwdriver. If you didn't know, that's what it is. I just sat on it. But, oh, what's going on with my hair? I tried to do it again today, but it's just, this bit's okay, but my curls didn't go right today. And I've just put my cardigan on that I got off eBay, just to show you the colour, because it's like, hi Cheryl, do you like my cardigan? It's like a plummy colour. Well, not too plum actually. Like a, is it a mauve? Is it called mauve? I don't know. Very light purpley colour. Yeah, it's nice. I like these. It's the mini one. You were saying before you couldn't wear this style. I think you could. You don't have to wear the full hog hair or certain stuff, but you can wear bits like the little cardigans with buttons and stuff like that. Even with jeans and flats look nice. Even drinking out of my vintage cup of, they are vintage, it was off Finn's Nana, but I don't know whose they were before. Someone in her family. Trying to see what the name was without spilling my coffee all over me. It's cute, isn't it? I've got, I can't see, I'm going to end up with coffee on my face. 6 of them. And the little, what they called? Plates, saucers. I've got the little pink roses on as well. Did you like my nails? I'm in the middle of a changeover. So if anyone's wondering why I've got 2 sets of different nails, it's because they were red, but they're going Christmassy snowflakes. So I'll just get on with it. Yeah, so I was going to talk about, I've actually wrote it down, Cheryl, I'm organised. Just why I like pinup and vintage, really. I've always liked it. I don't remember what age from. Don't know. But I do remember watching older films because I was really close with my nana, who passed away this year, as most of you will know. And you've seen pictures of her when I tried to do my hair like hers. A bit like this, because I'm looking at a picture of her up there with my mum, you know, the vintage pictures. And I'm still waiting for, my mum is getting, I'd get off the couch and get it, but I can't be bothered. Oh, and this is Finn's, I got the Christmas bedding from Aldi. This is Finn's, and I've got the elves, but this is quite vintagey, I think, like the reindeer and that. But he's got this one with the bedding, but he had it downstairs before because he was supposed to be going for a nap, and he didn't, and he wanted his pillow, his Christmas pillow. But I remember, I mean, my mum said she's getting a picture copied, blown up, of my nana when she was 18, when she met my granddad, and they sat on the fence when they were courting, and she sat on the gate, you know, like this, with a nice little wedgie shoes on, platforms, and her hair sort of like this, and he was stood behind her with a hat on, and it's a really cute picture, set in that area as well. So I'll have to show you when my mum gets round to getting that picture done, because it's going to go with my other ones up there. But yeah, I remember watching older films when I was younger, because my nana used to look after me and my sister a lot, when my mum was working and stuff, because she only lived sort of down the road from us when we were younger. So my nana did a lot of looking after us anyway through the years. My mum's mum. So I did my dad's mum, but we were at my mum's a lot, especially when we lived where we live now, because she only lived down the road. So we used to go there a lot. But I'm trying to think, but I've just always thought that the 1940s, 50s were like just very glamorous, because obviously they did the hair, you know, and it wasn't just straight, it was all, you know, fancy, set it, the makeup, because obviously I like makeup, and I've had this eyeliner on since this morning, and it's really good, because some people might be like, you're mad. I don't take my makeup off till I literally go to bed. It's just the way I am. I make my makeup last. So this has been on all day, so I do think it is a good eyeliner. But yeah, and just the clothes they wore and stuff like that, and they were just very glamorous. And I also think it's a good, some of the, you know, the styles they wore can suit a lot of different shapes. And the reason why I like it, because I've always been curvy. This is the biggest I've ever been. But growing up, I was always slim, and I've always had a chest a bit curvier than my sister. And I always see, in my mind, vintage pinup as having curves. But, you know, there's a different variety of body sizes in that though as well. And to me, I've never seen it as like, oh, you've got to be really thin, or you've got to be like this, you know. A lot of the clothes, I think, look good if you've got curves. So I think that's good. I think I'm going more down that line again. I said ages ago that I wanted to do the vintage look, and my hair was a bit shorter, so I wanted to wait for my hair to grow a bit, even though it still is short, but they did have it this length in some styles anyway, you know, different lengths, longer lengths, shorter lengths, and curled it. I can do curls in it now. But I think it's because as well, because I've always had curves, and now I'm older, a little bit older, it's like, especially since having thin, I've sort of lost my way. I'm not really massive on fashion or anything. I never really have been. I like stuff, but I'm not really that bothered about it. Is that much fashion going on these days with fast fashion, as I call it? You know, every season's not like, it's not a season like spring, summer, winter, whatever. If we have 3 or 4 seasons, it's just all the time. Things go out of fashion, so I just see it as you're buying stuff. It's going out of fashion, you're sort of wasting your money. But if you pick a style that might have been from another era, but it's still modern because people do the rockabilly, like the different sort of eras of it, and the different gangs, as I call it, but with a modern twist now. Like a lot of people have dyed really bright hair, and they make it more modern, but with a twist, and it looks really funky. But if you're buying them pieces, it's never really going to go out of fashion if that's, you know, that's how you're going to sort of go down that route. Because I think, if I can correct, I've told you about Vintage Doll Laura. Go and check her channel out, Vintage Doll Laura. She, I know, so far as I know, wears her style every day, her hair every day with gorgeous flowers in. She works in a chemist. She works in the chemist. That is how she's dressed behind the chemist, giving out prescriptions and stuff. That's how she's dressed all the time. And I think, good on her. She's got some balls there. Because some people might, if you're not that confident, you could just wear it to a night out, or just bits and pieces of it. Oh, just let me show you that. Can't believe I got this from a charity shop ages ago, but I found it because I think the reason why I did like it was because it's got cherries on it. We all like a bit of cherry, like the vintage girls do. And I've always liked cherries because it reminds me of Grandad, because he liked cherry pie. So I've got to think about cherries, and I did want to get some tattoos. But what was I saying then? Now I've gone off the course. Oh, one here to help me. But yeah, fashion, and Laura, sorry, and you know, she's got the balls to work like that, because some people wouldn't. And I think when I started watching vintage stuff on YouTube, was first person I saw, I think, was Cherry Doll Face. Go and check her channel out, an American. I found Laura, and she's English, so that's great. And then there's someone else I've been watching as well called, I wrote it down because I will forget, a vintage vanity. And the woman who does that, sorry, I can't remember her name. She's got lovely pink hair now. I was asking her how she colours it and everything. She's American as well. She's lovely. She's funny. I think she makes skirts. She might do dresses now, but she's just got a great channel as well. And it's about, she just looks great and stuff, and I love her hair. But I think what it is with me is why I've not gone out in public as much with my hair like this and bits and bobs is because I've had a few bits in my wardrobe that look a bit vintagey. Like I said, you can buy these sort of cardigans, and this one was for New Look, but I did get this on eBay. And I think it's because I think, not because I haven't got the balls to wear certain stuff from it. Like if I started wearing more skirts and things, I'm sick to death of wearing jeans. And when I was pregnant, I was living in leggings because obviously it was just easier and quicker around the house. And when you end up with baby crap all over you and bloody food and stuff, you don't want to wear something nice. But I think, well, I'll tell you a minute about my nail thing and all that I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to set it up like. But I think it's because where I live, you can obviously tell I'm not posh. I don't live in a posh area. It's just a normal area. But I always think, not that I'm really bothered what people think if I was wearing it, but I always think, am I going to stick out like a sore thumb? Like, just going to look daft in my area? But then I was thinking the other day, so what? It's better than like, not that you have to have a style, but I do want a style, and like finding myself in this sort of style because one, I'm not really bothered what people think, but I'm like, well, let's stick out like a sore thumb. No one dresses like that one day. Will it do I look a bit too? Will look a bit too glamorous for the area I'm in? But I shouldn't be worried about that because I guess it's better to be overdressed than underdressed. I'd rather look nice where people say, do you know what, she looks put together and nice, than like just looking like a bag of crap really, because it doesn't make you feel good. And I think this would be an uplifting thing for some of you, especially if you like your nails and earrings and stuff, because you wear great earrings and stuff like that. And I'm thinking I need to put to use some of the stuff that I have collected, like vintagey looking bits, and start wearing them clothes, even, even if I'm sat in, I'm not bothered. And even with like when I've been on here and done me witchy woo and stuff, like getting confused with that, thinking that's why I liked the goth at the beginning. But there are like, sounds weird if you don't know, but there are like vintagey goths who are like goth, but they wear a lot of like vintage pin-up look, but obviously it's black. A lot of it's black, and I love that as well. And that's where I got confused. Not confused because I do love goth. I love people who are different, alternative looking people who dress different, because one, they've got the balls and the confidence to do it, and it's better than following the crowd all the time. Like I'm thinking, oh, I can't walk around my area like that because everyone will be like, oh, but I'm not really bothered, because as you get old, you don't really give a toss. I think it'd give me more confidence, if anything, because I actually do think this sort of style suits me. Not as in big-headed, I just think it does suit my face shape. Then like when I've got really straight hair, because my hair's not naturally straight anyway, I know it can look nice, but I don't think it suits me as much. I like volume, and I think it suits me. And the other day when I went shopping to Aldi yesterday, I think it was, I had my hair something like this, and you know what girls are like, girls can be bitchy, but this girl was coming in, she was having a fag outside, but she turned around, she went, oh, the weather's rubbish, blah, blah. She went, I love your hair. She went, your hair looks great. I went, oh, thanks. And I was dead chuffed. And then I went to one of Finn's nieces, because she wants me to sort her hair out for her birthday, like put a fishtail plait, and it said, oh, I don't know if I can do it, but I can do it where you put bubbles in and you go down. I can do my own hair, but I'm not used to doing girls' hairs because I've got two lads. And I got told after by Finn's nana, she'd said, oh, I was looking at Janine's makeup, and I really like her makeup, and I like her hair, and I like her nails, and I know she was going on, and I thought, oh, it's quite cute. But yeah, so I felt good yesterday because I got compliments. And funnily enough, if I have gone out with a vintagey sort of style, because I did months and months ago, I think I was in a pub and someone said, it was a massive compliment because I don't think I look like her, but I was like, it must have just been the beauty spot and maybe the way I had my hair. Oh, you look like Marilyn Monroe. And I was like, that's the biggest compliment you can give me, because I love Marilyn Monroe. I've actually smashed a picture with her in it, which I'm not happy about. So, which was in the salon, which I'm going to have to get a new one, but that's a thing I'll talk about in a minute. But I do think, some people probably say, oh, well, no, I can't do it. You could, because you could do, there's different bits of eras, like rockabilly, there's different, you could be more pin-up, you know, you could be more rock and rolly. You don't have to do the hair, you could just do snippets, like I said before. But you will see me getting a few more bits. I'm thinking I need to get like more, is it staple bits, do you call it that? You know, put some money into some nicer pieces now and again, even if it's just one piece a month or every 2 months, you know, because I'm on a budget. And I can still find my charity shop finds, because you'd be surprised what you can find in there. And I've had a lot of like household stuff, and these weren't from the charity shop, but I have seen similar to these. These are really cute. You know, jewellery and stuff like that. So, what's going on there? So, there's lots of bits. And I like makeup and nails anyway, so the glam side of it. I think like I'm finding myself again, because I've always been a girl who's worn makeup. I've always tried to look after my hair. I've always tried to sort of look after myself, not exercising like mad, but you know, whatever. I've always tried to look nice, but I'm not joking. Since I had Finn, I will not lie, I totally have let a lot of things slide. Not as in still did makeup, because that's the only one thing, even if I've not been buying myself any clothes or anything, the only one thing is I always put my makeup on, and I'll always do my hair, because no matter how crappy I might look in the morning, if I am feeling a bit crappy, that's the one thing that makes me look alive and just makes me feel better. Even if I'm ill, I normally put makeup on, even if it's just a bit, because it just brings my face alive and I just feel a lot better. And I'm not knocking anyone who doesn't like to wear makeup or do the nails. You don't have to, but I'm saying that's how I've always been, and I've always got complimented on it, as in, I remember once one of my friends, we'd gone shopping and we bumped into each other. I think she was feeling ill, or she'd not bothered it, because she had a couple of kids. She was like, not, you know, she'd not bothered. She'd ran out of the house with her hair everywhere. She went, how do you manage to always look like that? Oh, you look so glamorous. And this was before I had Finn, and I was just like, it's just a thing I do in the morning. I make it a part of my routine to do my makeup. But I did lose myself quite a bit when I had Finn, because I'm in the house a lot more since I had Finn. And I know it sounds awful. I did put the most weight on I put on with Finn, and I didn't want to go out of the house, because I just felt like I just don't feel like me. Don't feel like me. I just don't feel like me. I don't want people to see me. I just don't feel like me. Some of you will understand that. Some of you might not. Some of you will understand. But I just didn't want people to. I just didn't feel like me. I'm getting back to myself now, because I'm slowly getting back down to my normal weight, and my normal size now, I'd say, is if I was small it'd be a 10, but I'd say 11. There should be sizes in between, but probably as I'm getting older now, it'd probably be a nice size 12, 14, and it's normally 14 up at 12 at the bottom, but I'm getting back down to that slowly. I haven't been doing anything mad, because I'm just, my exercising, I just do a couple of times a week now, and even if I class that as walking Finn to school, I've got to up it a bit. I must admit I've been a bit lazy with it. I've been doing it, but I've got to up it a bit. Just not mad. I only want to do it about 3 times a week. But yeah, I did. It is hard. And you women with kids, you'll know what I mean. If you're one of them who's like pop back to size straight away, like my sister did, she looked like she swallowed a grape and then she was like that again. I'm not like that. And if I do feel a bit down sometimes, which isn't a lot, but because I'm on my own, I'll eat because I get bored, and I'll eat if I'm upset. So I am one of them where my sister, if she's a bit down or on it, she won't eat. I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, what's there to eat? I'm bored, or I'm feeling really upset, emotional eater. So I've got to be careful sometimes. So and I'm feeling really awful today, because I think it's time of the month, and that's the only excuse I'll say where I just want to eat everything and I need to eat chocolate. But this is where I think I've been struggling since I've had Finn with, I don't know, because I just yacked for ages, so I could be on here for 10 years. I don't know, what time is it? been on since 8, I don't know. But it'll be recorded so you can watch it after. So, I forgot what I was going to say then. So yeah, so I've been struggling since I had Finn to think of this, like, you don't have to have a style, but like, I wanted style, what style? I need a style. I want to be into something, I want to be getting things, but I've always loved vintage, but like, I can't wear that in this area. And that's where I was saying about the goth thing. So I thought, oh, I really like the goth because you can get that sort of like gothy vintage look. And because I'm a bit witchy, I thought, oh, maybe I need to like wear darker clothes. That's where the gothy bit came in. But I do follow some goths anyway because I like them. And like I said, some of them do the vintage look as well. And that's where I got a bit confused with that, like, oh, maybe I should be wearing things that look witchy, but no, it doesn't mean you have to look it. I do love my vintage. I was getting confused, like, oh, I can't love my vintage anymore if I'm a bit believing the sort of stuff I believe in, but I can be a vintage witch. So I thought, no, I need to do my vintage look and start collecting some nice bits, so that's what I'm doing. Still do charity shop hauls because you can find a lot in there, but I do think this is me. And for any of you who say, oh, I'd love to do it, but you don't think it's you, why don't you try it? Like I said, it doesn't have to be the hair. It could just be bits of clothing and stuff. But I'm just having a look on it. Accessories. And I have got a few bits off my nana, some brooches that she gave me, or that I got like when she passed away. And I want to start collecting a few more brooches and things and little clips. Like the Vintage Doll Laura, if you check her channel out, she has lovely hairstyles with big flowers in and, you know, different hair pieces. I've just got these little bows I got from the tube shop near me, which I just thought were cute. But I have got, I might be able to show you on my phone now. I've ordered an orchid clip for my hair because my favourite flowers are orchids. Let's see if I can show you. And I might be able to show you the bag that I've ordered for Christmas. Christmas present to myself. But the thing, like I was saying, the thing that's always attracted me as a young girl, teenager, whatever, is the glam side of vintage pinup. That's that sort of thing. It's just always, I think women were women then. Right, just let me show you the hair clip. I think I've got this one in like a reddy pink. That one. And the bag that I've treated myself to Christmas for £20 is, I love a bit of leopard skin. And I've got some leopard skin shoes down there that I can't reach. I need wearing in. I've been trying to wear them around the house because they've really hurt my feet. But I know if I keep wearing them, that's why I haven't worn them. And I got them on eBay ages ago as well. Is this bag. And apparently it's got a shoulder strap as well, because I do like a shoulder strap. Did I get anything else? Oh, and I found this top, which was new look again. But I just thought it was really cute because it's got swallows on it. It's a navy blue, and I think the navy blue would look nice with my red hair. This one. Bit sailor-ishy as well. Vintage. Just looking to see if there's anything. Oh yeah, and the hair bows that I'm waiting for to put in my hair, I think they've been sent. Was this colour? I think this colour's gorgeous. It's only £1.29. If you can see it. It's a bit like a rose pink. But they have to be square hair scarves. If you get a neck scarf, it won't fit around your head properly to pull the bow out. So you'll be seeing me in some of them. And I've ordered some cabochons to make some earrings with, because I've got loads of, well, you know, like I make, you've seen me, you know, I make things all the time, jewellery bits, cabochon heart earrings, and they look really glam and blingy, so look out for them because I might be selling some. I'm going to see how they come out and then I'll show you. If you didn't see my little Chanel earrings that my mum got me or given me, or I don't know if I got them for my birthday, but like I said, it's the whole thing. It's the glamour, The makeup, the hair, I loved. The dresses were beautiful. Women were just women. They weren't, I don't mean this to offend anyone, but women were women. Whereas women now, I mean, I do it. You know, we just walk around in jeans and pants, and we're not really bothered. Because obviously women can wear pants now, trousers, but I don't mean that to offend anyone, because I walk around in jeans and leggings and stuff, but they didn't then, did they? They had nice trousers and stuff. I'd love some high-waisted pants. I've seen some gorgeous things. I've got high-waisted skinny jeans. I'm absolutely sick to death of wearing trousers, pants, whatever you want to call them, leggings. And I think it's annoyed me that much, because I know the comfy girls, because I love my leggings, and you can wear them under dresses, like, because obviously like thick tights. But I'm sick to death of wearing them, because it just reminds me of being pregnant, because that is, swear to God, is all I wore through pregnancy. And then, I don't know if, you will understand if you've had kids. After, I still wore them because they were still comfy after having the baby, and obviously you sat around in the house and blah, blah, blah. So, now that Finn's 2, nearly 3, not far off 3, I'm like, Janine, let's get a grip of yourself, let's get some style now, as you're moving on in the years, let's get some nice pieces. So I'm really going to have a rummage through my wardrobe. I'm going to take all the stuff to the charity shop that I'm not interested in, or give it to my friends or whatever, and I'm going to start, I'll probably have nothing left, I'll have a few things that are vintage, and I'll be like, oh my God, I've got no clothes, but I'm going to start building up a vintage wardrobe, whether that's through some nice pieces that I'll pay for, some nice pieces that I might find in a charity shop or whatever. But that's what I'm going to do, and then I can show you, because I'm just thinking stuff where I live, if people think it's a bit too glam, because, oh well, I'll have to bring a bit of glam to where I live. And getting a comment like that off a girl yesterday was a big confidence boost as well, because some girls can be bitchy, and some girls don't want to give, I'm not talking about all girls, some girls don't want to give other girls compliments. And for her to say that was like, and I know this sounds awful, she didn't look like one of them girls, not that you can judge a book by its cover, but she didn't look like one of those girls that would have give you a compliment. She had a little bit of a, what's it called, resting bitch face. So that sounds awful. So to get a compliment of someone who looked like they had a resting bitch face was a good compliment. And that just like sealed the deal for me that, yep, it's right, and I've got to get practicing it a bit more. It didn't go right today because my curls weren't right today, and I'm waiting for my teasing brush. I think it's been sent. It's so, you can back comb your hair with a comb, but yeah, aggressive bitch face, but it's called a resting bitch face because when her face was rested, she looked like a bitch. She probably wasn't a bitch, but you know what I mean? Like, some people can be really nice, but when their face is rested, they have a rested bitch face. But she gave me a nice compliment. So, it's true though. So, I forgot what I was saying now. What was I saying? Hair, was it? Oh yeah, my teasing brush. Pink. It's got to be pink. Can't be black. It's got to be pink. My teasing brush, you can do it with a comb, but the teasing brush is so much easier, and then you can like smooth it with the teasing brush as well. That's why it's a little bit frizzy and bumpy here, and they should be a bit more together, but I've not really done it right. But I do like this 3 victory roll thing, quite like it. I'm going to try some more styles, watching the vintage people on YouTube. But if you've ever thought, you should try little pieces and see what you think. You might be able to wear red lipstick. See, I can't. I don't think I can wear red lipstick. Oh, my tea's gone cold. Have you seen my candle? I've just remembered that, when I was making candles, because I make things and then I go off things and then I go on a tangent about something else. I made that. So I'm going to have it for Christmas. So what I was going to say is, before I go, I'm still talking though, just check this, but I'm going to tell you that and I think I feel more body positive in this sort of wear anyway. But my nails, and you might have seen the nail room change around 50 million thousand times, but I've now decided, Because I was like this with my house, or I'm going to do it like this, or I'm going to do it... Because my mum said I've really got to think in the new year, the house needs... I don't mean it needs decorating, because I have like plain walls and put other stuff on it, but I'm getting a new couch in the new year with help of my mother, because this wasn't even mine, this was Finn's nana's. So it sort of doesn't fit in with the room, because the room's like white with grey bits in it, and I do want grey bits in it with a bit rose pink and maybe a bit of rose goldy touches. I don't know. So this couch don't go. I'd like a grey couch, but... And then I had all my stuff on the wall, but now I'm thinking, no. I want some pictures of my favourite, like, pin-ups and things like that. Not all over, just snippets. And I've got a few things from the charity shop that are a bit vintage and like glass bowls and stuff, because I love stuff like that from the charity shop. But I am definitely getting the nail room, because I want to be up and running at some point next year, but I want to get that sorted. I want to finish my course the beginning of... It's not going to be done before Christmas. Beginning of the new year. How I've kept saying this, but life did get in the way of it. But my course is a good course because there's no time limit. But it will be in the new year, because I've got to get my act together with Finn going to school properly. I want that decorated, because it's only got one wall. So it was that pink wall. I hate it because it's not even my pink. I love baby pink. That's like mad bloody bright pink. I was going to have brick effect. I'm not sure yet. I think I am, because I just want it clean in there and white. And then I've got some vintage bits in there, like you've seen the bodice thing in there that I'd like on the big one and the small one. I think I'm going to have some vintage pictures on there, because it's called Nailicious, which I sort of think's a bit vintage. I don't know, like, glamorous name. Might change, but I've always kept it at Nailicious, and I think Nailicious is cute. And I think that's where I'm going to collect some vintagey stuff. So I'll have some vintage stuff for people to look at, and that's going to be like my vintage little hideaway, my nail salon. But when customers come in, it'll be all girly and vintage, and I think that'll look really cute. I think that'll look really nice. So don't know what you think of that, but that'll be another tour when I get that done. But I'm definitely... That is what I'm doing, because the pink chair in there is quite vintage. The little salon chair, which turns around when you're sitting in it, because it was a proper salon chair. I got it off eBay a few years ago at a really good price. It's really comfy, but it is like a bit of a modern retro, vintagey style salon chair. So I'm going to have to keep my eye out for some bits now. But yeah, so I'm going to go now and watch some more vintage things. And I did say I was going to put Marilyn Monroe on, so I might watch the marriage one. I can't remember what it's called, if there's nothing on. And I shall see you later. So yeah, I'll be doing a few more vintagey things when I find some stuff. Might be after Christmas, might be before. You'll probably be seeing more hairstyles and nail designs, and me in my nail room doing my nails and stuff, and maybe vintage chats from the nail room. But yeah, so I'm loving this. I think it's gorgeous. And that's why I was saying, I don't think it comes across as a colour on here, but it is more... Is that a colour mauve? I was saying purple nude, but it's like a nudie mauve colour. Because if you look at my top, and then you sort of look at that, you know? I really love this colour. I think it's gorgeous. I think it suits my red hair. But I'm loving these. Loving them. So I'll see you later. For the people who are just watching live, thank you very much. And I'll see you soon. Bye.